What if there's another way to connect with your animal companions, with nature, with your surroundings, and with wildlife? So this is a question that comes up a lot in people really wanting to feel like they're communicating with their animals, or when their animals are looking at them eye to eye and clearly wanting something, and people say, I can't hear them. I know they're trying to tell me something and I can't hear them. So when I first really engaged in the gift that is all of ours of connecting to the animals, it came through my Reiki training. I spent about 3 years, about 20 years ago, studying Reiki with Judy Tush in Wells, Maine. And it was the Reiki training and the awareness of stillness and feeling energy that really opened my natural abilities back up to feel and to sense and to know things. And over the years, as that has developed, and through personal healing, through other trainings, shamanism trainings, I have always gone into these classes thinking it's something that I can offer my clients. And very often I get to the class and it's very clear to me that this is my workshop for me to learn something new, for me to do another layer of healing, for me to open up and expand my heart and really have the experience for myself. And then if there's nuggets that I can bring out there for others, then I've already experienced it myself. And then I feel that through that experience, I can share it with others, and it feels far more real and authentic than just saying, I read this in a book and now I want to share it. So what I'm learning is that, generally speaking, when we talk to animals, it's referred to as animal communication. And it makes sense because you're wanting to talk to the animal, or you're asking that animal to talk to you. But what if there's another way? What if talking and listening is only one of the many ways that we can connect to the animals? What if the other senses that you have, knowing, seeing, feeling, general awareness, a feeling of just knowing something undoubtedly and not questioning it, these are all other ways to connect to your animals, to the trees, to the earth, to the surroundings. And so the invitation today is check out, explore what sense within you seems to be the main one, the initiatory one that, oh, that was a big word for me. The initiatory sense that connects you, that brings you in. When I was studying Reiki, that initiatory sense was touch. And I've always been somebody who kind of walks through life and I just touch. I touch things and I get feedback. And that's my way of making a connection to something that seemingly doesn't have energy or seemingly doesn't have a voice. But through touch, I was able to receive a vibration, a tingling, a word, an emotion. Usually it's an emotion that would come first. And so I started to realize and learn that for me, touch was primary. That when I touched an animal in that open space that Reiki brings, I was opening my heart to their heart and then would begin to receive. And initially it was a lot of physical stuff. I would feel pain and know where the pain was, and then I could apply the Reiki to that area. That developed over time into feeling emotion. And sometimes the physical pain was actually connected to an emotion from trauma, an emotion from the past, an emotion because someone in the family passed away, whatever that emotion is or was. And then exploring that emotion, and then as you explored that emotion and invited the animal to really explore it too, the physical issue would start to dissipate because the emotion was being released. So there are many layers to communication, and it's finding that one that is your primary. So your primary might be a feel, your primary might be a knowing. So many people say, I just know, and then question it or doubt it, right? Second guessing. And what if you allow yourself to follow the know path, the know, K-N-O-W path, the knowing. You know something, you feel it so viscerally in your body, or you feel it in your heart center. And what happens if you trust and just follow it? And maybe there's no outcome, but the learning is to follow that truth, that sense that you're feeling. You may also find that vision is your primary sense, that you see pictures or you see images. Sometimes for me, memories will come through, or other animals that I've worked with in the past that are in spirit now will come through and help me with the animal that I'm working with on the ground. A memory may come through, and that is somehow connected to the animal that is in front of me. And so I explore that memory and see where that might balance into what's going on, or answer some questions that have been unanswered. So when we take out the word communication, I feel that we also take out the boxed in expectancy of talking and listening. So I really invite you from this video to sit, to breathe, to ground, to be present. Maui right now is just in that moment of laying in the grass. There's a breeze out here. You can see the sun is shining, and he's earthing. He's on the earth, he's grounding, and he's just present. There's no thought of the grocery store. There's no thought of the walk that we're going to take later. There's not even a thought of the food that hasn't hit his belly yet this morning. He's just here. And it's something that in our multitasking, very busy lifestyles, this is something that can reset your nervous system. It can help to shift anxiety. It can help to balance your physical body, your emotional body, your ability to connect telepathically. There's a great conversation that Sunshine had with me a while ago, and she said it's telepathic resonance. In other words, what she's saying is that we all have the ability to be telepathic, and there's a frequency that is involved when you go telepathic that you then can receive and go back and forth. I've always said that I want to develop the telepathic resonance to the point where I can talk to my friends without a cell phone. How wonderful. And so we all do telepathy. Think about the times when you call somebody and they say, oh my gosh, I was just thinking about you. Or somebody pops into your mind and you reach out and they say, oh my gosh, I was just talking about something that we did 2 years ago. We all are connected to each other in this one consciousness, and we can feel each other, we can sense each other. Very often now, when somebody pops into my mind and I haven't spoken to them for a while for whatever reason, I'll just shoot them a text. You know, it's not like, oh my gosh, there's something wrong. It's simply there's a connection there, and I reach out and I just say, hey, you popped into my mind, just want to say hi. And it's amazing what transpires, whether it's, hey, let's get together. Hey, I was just thinking about you. I was about to call you. Whatever it might be, we have this ability to connect. And I believe that part of this evolution and the developing of our souls, the developing of us going into this 5D frequency, is that whenever we get those hits or those feelings or that sense, is to follow it through. Go on that path, trust what you're being given, but let go of the outcome. Let go of that it has to reach an ending or a goal, or it has to give you something back, and just simply follow the path. Be the child, be in wonderment, be in exploration, be in the magic of not knowing. And it can be so challenging sometimes of trusting that you don't know, but the magic is in the not knowing. And the animals are in that same place. They're in a place of being in the day, being in the moment, enjoying the walk. You know, why is it that we can take the same walk with our dogs every single day, and yet to them it's different? And it's different because the smells are different. The wildlife that may have crossed those paths is different. the energy is different. The full moon might be coming in, and that brings in a whole different energy. Every day is new. Every day is different. And I've been listening to Alberto Villoldo too recently. I've been following him for over 20 years now. And he talks about being in a place when you get stressed or you have anxiety, just being in a place where you say, I am my breath. I am my breath. And you find a breath, you breathe in, hold, notice how the body shifts into the out breath. You breathe out, you hold, notice how the body shifts into the in breath, and you create that circular experience. And then with each inhale and exhale, you say to yourself, I am my breath. And that's it. You are your breath. Isn't that feel good? So there are many ways to navigate this busy, crazy world that also on some level is in the unknown, because it's changing so drastically every day that it's becoming more and more important to be present, to be in nature, to be grounded, to be in your breath, to be in community, to be around those people that you love, to spend time with each other, you feed each other's souls, it's easy, and to really fill your heart that way. This is what we're being invited to do, I really believe. So whatever you take from this video, there is so much to explore. There's so much nourishment. There's so much richness. I hope this has brought you some nuggets that you can work with. Obviously, you can replay this video if this helps in any way to remind you. And I look forward to seeing you again on the next video. I want to thank Maui. I want to thank the fire pit that connects us to our ancestors, my drum that connects us to the vibration, to a different time and space that we can take ourselves into, and to the amazing trees here on this land that are so vibrational and so eager to bring their wisdom, their love, and their connection to everything that happens here on the farm. So much love to you all. See you next time. Take care.